I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Zee Garcia. How you doing, folks?
Oh, no, Mark Streed.
I'm Eric Summerer. Hi.
Work our way down here.
That's right. I was thinking it was in the back.
Today is the second full day at the GAMA Trade Show 2015, and today we spent pretty much the whole day interviewing publishers.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we talked...
Yes, many.
But the good thing about interviewing publishers is we got to see a lot of cool games.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things that are coming out. What's something that you guys thought was pretty neat?
Well, there's two things. I'm going to mention one thing just to be in the clear because I'm not sure the other thing I can talk about yet. So the one thing I saw that looked really cool is a game that will be hitting Kickstarter at some point later on in the year from 8th Summit. And it's a Richard Launius designed that is called Defenders of the Last Stand. And the Last Stand is this last city on Earth after some apocalyptic thing happened. And so it's this cool Fallout-themed sort of game in which you are going out there and getting resources and scavenging and all that good stuff. It looks really cool. The theme's right up my alley, so I'm looking forward to that once it hits.
What about you, Eric?
I have one thing that's really great for children. That's an Animal Upon Animal Nordic or Alpine Animal collection that Hobby USA is going to start bringing into the country. And one that's not going to be appropriate for children, and that is the next adventure card game from Mike Selinker. It's called Apocrypha, that's what it's called. And it's going to be published from Lone Shark Games. They're going out on their own. They're going to publish their own stuff from here on out. And hopefully by the end of the year, we'll see this new mechanic-filled, dark adventure card game. I'm excited to see more.
What about you, Mark?
Definitely. All the Star Wars stuff, again, for me was another go-to. Tom and I got to see a lot of the prototype figures up close and personal. It was very cool for Imperial Assault. And then, of course, all the ships for Armada and so forth.
Yeah, the Tusken Raiders and
Oh,
Imperial
yeah, the
Assault
Tusken Raiders were
look
awesome.
pretty neat. You know, it's just good to have those in. I don't know why you would find them in the middle of a base. You know, like,
Yeah, right.
Tusken Raiders!
But they're so cool.
And heavy stormtroopers, that was neat.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a game from Queen Games. I believe it was called Perfumania or something about perfume.
Yeah.
And it was just a very simple game in which you are you choose the turn order, but you can go first, but then you have fewer actions, or go last and have more actions. And then you're taking dice, rolling those dice to then buy perfumes, and then fill these bottles of perfumes and sell them to fancy people.
Interesting.
It looks like a lighter theme. It reminded me of a slightly heavier Splendor.
Okay.
With maybe, like, you can make a small bottle, which gives you a few amounts that you can sell to people, or a bigger bottle, which gives you more amounts. It was just a very interesting, but it seems pretty simple. Almost like it's a Spiel des Jahres bait type of thing.
Right.
Another thing I liked a lot was this thing called Sirenscape. Sirenscape is this soundtrack for the background. And there's lots of these things, but this one
cool.
lets you pick a category, and then you can pick how much, like maybe you're in a dungeon, how often do you want to hear chains rattling?
Yeah.
Maybe once in a while, maybe all the time.
It's a bunch of little mixers in this app, and you can drag some up and down. It's neat.
You can do
But not
anything.
only can you do that, you can then fade from one to another,
Right.
or you can run two at the same time.
Yep.
And this is just as music for your game,
For
just
your
as
gaming,
a background sort
Right.
of mood
Background
setting
sound.
thing.
Well, you can actually turn the music off and just have the sound effects.
That's very cool.
But they have a ton of different ones, and they're selling it as a subscription model, like $6 a month or $7 a month or something like that.
You get everything for that price.
Right, so you get this huge library, and it works on all platforms. So I'm certainly going to try it.
That's cool.
Wow.
It's very cool.
Anything else interesting?
We're about to go play some games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll have a lot more for you tomorrow once we've actually played some stuff and then can talk about what we saw and checked out.
Yeah, but before we check out, I just want to talk about basically what it looks like, the health of the hobby right now, where all these game companies are. And it looks like some of the companies are really, I mean, we saw a lot of good companies, and not disparaging some, but some companies were like really on fire, I thought. Yellow, Fantasy Flight, of course, is always on fire. Asmodee has some really neat stuff, you know, the bigger companies. But some of the small companies have like some really far-ranging plans, and it's neat to see, like, for example, Blue Orange.
Oh, absolutely.
Blue Orange has like 30 products, you know.
Yeah. Blue Orange is one of the companies I'm really excited about for the future, I have to say, because they are finding this little niche in the hobby right now that they are filling, and they are doing so very well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll have more to talk about them tomorrow when we do this.
Yep.
All right, well, I guess that's it for this time. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
Zee Garcia.
Mark Streed.
Eric Summerer.
You've been watching The Dice Tower.